Good morning, everyone. I would like to thank Professor Raju sir who has given me this opportunity to present on the subjects visual programming, delegates in C sharp. This is a type safe function pointer in C++ or C language. We used to have pointers that used to hold the memory address of function, and to invoke that by the help of the parameters we use the function pointers. So the same concept is utilized in C sharp. Delegates are the type safe function pointers that are used in event driven programming, that is ensuring decoupling, means one function and other function, they don't serially invoke each other. There is flexibility by the help of delegates. Either we can call the single function also, or we can also call multiple functions at the cost of calling a single function. Let's visualize this with the help of a practical example. We require you to utilize the object-oriented concepts that are used in C sharp. Here are the class diagrams that I want you to introduce with. Here is demo first and demo second. There are two classes. The demo first has a function named as add numbers, and it has two parameters, that is a and b, and there is a say hello function that has the parameter string name, and it has the main function, means the demo first is the runner class. The demo second, this is the second class, and it has a function that is, it has a method subtract numbers that has two parameters a and b. Let's see that with the help of example, and the name of the example is delegates example. Step 1, we are always making the delegates in the namespace level. The reason is to make them globally accessible in all the classes. There are two delegates. There is delegate, add delegate, and a string delegate, say delegate. Okay. Public is the access modifier that I have applied to both the delegates. We are using the delegate keyword to make it. Okay. The first delegate is add delegate. It has two parameters, means it is going to hold the reference of those methods which have two parameters and their parameter type is int. And there is a string type delegate, that is say delegate, and it is the name, and it will hold the reference of the method which has the single parameter as string. Okay. Now I'll show you the implementation of the first class, that is the demo first. Okay, there is the add numbers method, and I have defined that. It is going to print with a message the numbers you are providing in the parameters. It is going to do their sum, and it's going to attach the string addition and the result as the addition. Then there is a string method, public static string, say hello. Okay, and it will return hello plus name. The static keyword makes it accessible across the entire class. Okay, and with the help of the class name we are going to be able to be access it. Okay, now I'll show you the implementation of the second class, that is the demo second, and it has the function, it has the method subtract numbers that takes two parameters a and b, and it is going to give you the subtraction result of a and b with the message. Now we are going to see the implementation in the main method. In the main method, we are making the instances of both the first class and the second class, means we are making the object. Okay, and then we are doing we are making the instances of the delegates the same way we make the instance of the class, the same way we make the object of a class. So here is the add delegate, ad equals to new add delegate equal to df dot add numbers. I want you to consider this demo first df equal to new demo first. That is making the object of demo first class and the name is df. And with the help of df, I'm accessing the name of the function. I'm not making the function call by adding two parameters, two parentheses there. It is df dot add numbers. The same way, add delegate 81 equal to new add delegate ds dot subtract nums. Where is ds? Then ds is the object of the second class. Okay, and the second class has the subtract numbers function. Okay, so now you are seeing that there are two instances of the add delegate. One is holding the reference of the add numbers, and 81 is the second instance of the add delegate. It is holding the reference of subtract numbers. Okay. Now the set delegate, it is the delegate which is holding the memory reference of the second method that holds the string that is the static one. You are giving the name demo first dot say hello. Okay. Now we must understand the way how we are giving the reference of the method to the delegate. Now, how we are utilizing the delegate? To utilize the delegate, we have to invoke the delegate, or you can say you have to call the method by the help of that delegate. Okay. So there are two kinds of invocations, single invocation and multiple invocations. The single invocation means by the help of one delegate, you are calling one method. And the multiple invocations can be understood as with the help of one delegate, you are calling the several other methods. Or in simple words, I can say that one delegate is holding the memory references of more than one functions on the basis of the same parameter, same type of parameter. Okay. Now ad is calling 10, 20. It's going to lead you where? It's going to lead you here. Ad is calling df.addNums. Now you are going for the definition of the add numbers. So here it is going to give you addition, and 10, 20 is the parameter value you are providing, 10, 20. So the 10, 20 are finally reaching here in a, b, and you are going to get the sum of a, b, a and b, and then you are going to get the result as addition 30. Okay. Now the second one, AD1 20, 10. The 81 is holding the memory reference of the subtract numbers. All right. So now this is going to lead you to the subtract numbers function. The two values 20, 10. You can see here 20, 10 are finally reaching here a, b. Okay. So a goes with the value 20 and b gets the value 10. You are going to get the result subtraction 20 minus 10, that is subtraction, result is 10. That was the way how we used to call the single invocation. Now you can see the string message, st message. St, you are calling the delegate which holds the address of the string method, and you are providing the message here. Since we can see the definition here, it is a public static string. Static means you are going to use the class name to invoke it. The string means it has the return type string, means after processing, it's returning you a string value. And here is the name of the method, say hello, and here that's the input, the parameter, what you are providing. Okay. So SD is the string delegate, and then you are passing that message, Ayush Sahai. Okay, this message is going to reach here. So the string name is getting Ayush Sahai, and it is going to return me a value hello, and concatenating hello with the name Ayush Sahai. That is going to be the result. So let's see the single invocations. Here you can see the single invocations. First was 30, second one was 10, and here third was the name with the hello message. Okay. Now we are going to see how the multiple invocations are implemented. First we are writing console.writeLine. Now I'm giving a message that now calling multiple methods using a single delegate, and that is known as multicasting. Okay. So how are you going to add the, how are you going to actually add the memory reference, okay, at the runtime? That is, you are going to add, there is an invocation list. Okay. So first a delegate is holding primarily the memory reference of a function. And then you have to add, manually you have to add the reference, memory reference of other function into there. Okay. So here you are writing AD plus equal to. Plus equal to means you are adding ds dot subtract nums. So here AD is the add delegate and ds is the ds is the second classes object. Okay. The second classes object has the subtract numbers method, and that you are providing to the invocation list ad equal to ad plus equal to ds dot subtract nums. So, and now you are going to call that. You are going to give 30 comma 40. So now this function, the main thing, it is going to invoke the both add numbers as well as the subtract numbers. Okay, let's see this. Now calling the multiple methods using a single delegate. The addition gets you 70, the subtractions get you minus 10. What I was providing there? I was providing 30 comma 40. So first it is going to provide me the addition result, and then it is providing me this result of subtraction. So now can we just not provide the string methods reference to this, so that I am getting the addition result also, subtraction result also, and I am getting the message also. So here I have given that AD is the reference of add delegate. I am just adding the say hello function also to that. Okay. So it's not going to be here because the add delegate is handling the method. It's holding the reference of the method that is having integer data type as inputs. It's not going to access the string one. Okay. At the end of this, I would like to anyone, if anyone has some doubts, then they can present. Any questions?
What do you mean by decoupling?
Decoupling. First, I'll let you know about coupling. Coupling means the dependency between two modules. Two modules. One module depends on other module.
So, from the example?
Orally, you can explain what is that.
Okay. If I tell you something that whenever we are logging off some kind of website, all right, so you click on the logout button, then the session variables need to be cleared off, then you log out, right? That is the example of coupling, because one method, that logout, is fully dependent, the clearing of session variables is fully dependent on that. Okay. And decoupling means that one doesn't depend on other. Okay. Here I could make a serial example that I have a function that in turn calls the second function, then the second function calls the third function. Here this serial nature is known as coupling. Okay, because the third function depends on the second one to call it, and the second one depends on the first one to call it. But here I have got the flexibility to call 3, 2, 1 at my own requirement. Then that is the example of decoupling. Welcome. Now anyone else, please?
Anyway, Ayush, it was a wonderful explanation of delegates in C#. Thank you very much for giving a nice insight about the delegates and processes.
Thank you.